Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect?
Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime! Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
All right. Welcome to the Friday edition of the Detroit Cast. Friday the 13th, that's right. And Mike and Jay here, Eric and Timko as well, the whole gang. And I hope you enjoyed that. That was for you, Jay, the intro there. Someone had sent me audio of this fantastic orchestra, kids orchestra. The claim was that it was your son's school band.
Yeah, and if you listen closely, you can hear the trombone back there. That's my guy.
I was listening for the flautist, but trombone, flautist. But either way, it was fantastic. It was good
brutal.
enough.
I had no idea that was coming. I was dying.
Yeah, so I figured for one day, I'd the kid can go to school and brag about being band being played. Yeah, that was hilarious. So thank you, whoever sent that in. Yeah, getting ready for the weekend, and it's a big weekend, I guess, if you're a soccer fan. The World Cup is off and running, and I'm sure they're having lots of problems over there. And but that's not all. We've got Iraq has gone haywire, and what a mess there. We'll get into that in just a minute here. Also, the 20-year anniversary of OJ, and lots of programming on that. Casey Kasem, update on him. I don't know if he's going to be with us much longer. It doesn't sound good. Remember the family that called 911 on their cat? We got an update on that as well, and all kinds of stuff. Lots of stuff to get to. But why don't we start, at least for a minute anyways, with something that I usually don't like doing, which is going into the world of the Middle East and Iraq and anything like that. I certainly am no expert, but in that stuff, so it's hard to really talk with authority on it. That said, boy, oh boy, this sounds like a real mess over there.
Real quickly, too.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the illusion that it's quickly.
Right, yeah.
It sounds like this is something that's been brewing underneath, and over here we're stuck believing what we're told, which is, yeah, we've got this army over here. They're trained. They're doing their thing, and we got to get out of the way and let them do it. They voted in their government, and we got to let them do their thing. And then this blows up.
Stuff is festering underneath for years.
For years, and it's just weird when you see. I'd never heard of ISIS, ISIL, this militant group that's like a branch of Al Qaeda. Except way worse.
Yeah, Al Qaeda kicked them out because they were too nasty.
Yeah, apparently they had infighting going on in the Al Qaeda. They're kind of on the same team, and then I don't know if they didn't agree on their uniforms or what, but they had some sort of split. And everything that you're seeing is just how brutal this group is. They're just nasty, but it's just not that big. It's a few thousand people. Now, the Iraq military that we've trained and worked hard to get them up to speed, and so they know what they're doing. We've supplied them with weaponry. You're talking about a military that's 500,000 to 1 million strong, and 3,000 extremist
are scaring the shit out of them.
Have run them away to the point where the military that is in place in Iraq right now, that's being the Malaki's army military are literally setting their guns down and running from these guys. Running.
Well, probably a lot of them are sympathizers too, right? Or they see the writing on the wall, hey, this is going to be the powerful group, so better join them.
Yeah. It just shows what a corrupt government does.
What a mess.
It's just a mess. It's so hard to even grasp the concept of what's going on when you're talking about a few thousand people, which just isn't that much. We have that many people listening to us right now. If we wanted to rise up and take over a country, and
are you floating the idea out there?
I'm toying with it. I didn't realize it was a possibility until today.
Hey guys, email in if you're
if you're on board. Now,
which country should we take over?
Well, I mean, we're already here. We might as well start here, right? Well, these
I'm not
assholes.
I'm not wanting to take over America, by the way.
Oh, shut up, you idiot.
Just clarify.
These assholes have have taken over Tikrit, Mosul. They're basically encircling Baghdad with the threat of running on Baghdad. They've hit the oil refinery there and have ownership of that now. Apparently, that's theirs now. A bank they hit there for cash, $500 million this week. $500 million with a B.
Wow.
So they're quite well funded for 3,000 guys. Wouldn't you at that point just split the money, $500 million between the 3,000 people,
Right.
and go, dude, just go live a
Qatar.
rock star's life forever?
Go to Qatar and hang out.
Yeah, put
No,
the
it sucks
guns
worse
down.
though, dude. Is our gas is going to go up next week? Watch.
Probably.
Oh, they have an oil refinery, so
Yeah.
another quarter. Bastards.
But these guys are just brutal. I don't know where this goes. Like I said, they're headed towards Baghdad on foot, I guess. And now it puts us in the position here with our
$500
government.
million, dude. They're not on foot. They're riding.
They're in Toyotas.
They're probably in Lamborghinis or something.
Maybe. But I guess the problem is because it's like, well, why would this army that's been hand trained by the U.S. military and we've given them all this weaponry. We spent tens of billions of dollars
Sickening,
funding all these people. Where do you think that money comes from when they say that we've spent it?
Our paychecks, if we had them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've already paid it for our. We actually, you and I did have jobs at one point, and those monies went over there. Now we contributed to this. This is our doing at this point. But yeah, what do you do with them? These guys, you got this really militant group of just a few thousand people, and then you've got 500,000 to 1 million people who just don't care that much.
Mm-hmm.
Those militant dudes, they don't give a shit, and they're balls out. So
yeah, like I said, the majority is probably just trying to weigh, like, well, who's going to be in power here? Who do I, kind of side with at this point? And they're probably looking at this really militant group and fearful of them and thinking, I better jump on their side before it's too late.
Yeah, people just want to stay alive.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, that's a chipmunk. Never mind. Fuck, I just saw a rat. I saw a rat.
I'm telling you, if squirrels didn't have bushy tails,
they'd be rats.
They'd be rats.
Ones.
We'd be out there shooting them. We'd be going, oh my God, we're infiltrated by rats. Just think about that. Yes, it's the bushy tail.
Yeah, it is. I'm starting to see that. I think you're right. I think you hate squirrels too.
I hate shit that wakes me up. And
squirrels are doing that?
No, squirrels don't wake me up, but everybody's getting looped into the woodland creature now. Okay? Yeah. Coyotes.
Mm-hmm.
You can get to that later. But the coyotes outside my house, damn it, dude.
What are they, tapping on your window?
They howl.
That'll wake you up.
Dude, I live on the back of a bunch of state land, and there's a pack of coyotes.
Really?
That just howls at night.
Pretty light sleeper, huh?
Yeah, you must be a light sleeper.
If you heard this shit, I should tape it one night. You wouldn't believe it.
Really?
It's bone chilling, man. It's
that. Does it wake Gab up too? Like the whole family will wake up?
The kids won't, but dude, it's just a gross howl. It's like a real high pitch, just ugh. They're
nasty.
out there killing rabbits and stuff.
Shoot them.
So I've had it. I've had it with squirrels, everything. Just ugh.
Yeah, I'm with you. This I've never seen these chipmunks
higher
before.
pitched than that, Jay.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
I've never seen these chipmunks before, and they're just everywhere now.
Yeah,
and I want to strangle them.
And they're climbing stuff.
They're climbing trees. They're all over. They're fucking with the cats all day long. They're ballsy as hell. Yeah. The dog, the cats are freaked out by these things. Want to at them so bad. I'm getting tired of it too. They're driving me crazy.
You need to put one of those exercise wheels out there and just let them give them something to play with.
Yeah, right. We know they'll jump in. They can't resist.
Studies show.
Yeah. So anyway, this mess. So now, quickly, and I'll wrap it up here, but our government is in a position like, well, what do? We're trying to pull our guys out, acting like the war's over. Yeah, we're done. No more feet on the ground over there. Mm-hmm. And so now what do? You can't let these guys just go and take Baghdad.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let them just run roughshod over the whole country. So what do? And so now the president's stuck with a really tough decision. Do I back Maliki, who I know is a piece of shit? He's oppressive as hell. His own people won't fight for him. His own military won't fight for him. Or do we back this branch of Al-Qaeda times 10? Like, talk about a lose-lose. What do you do?
Yeah.
It's.
I just wish the whole world.
Knock it off.
I just wish the whole world would have become civilized at the same time.
It would have been nice.
Because it's
wouldn't
really, you look at this stuff, you're like, really? 2014, this shit, you know?
Ugh. Yeah. Well,
it's tiring, man.
We've talked about it many times, Jay, how it's really just where you were born.
Yep.
And it's just a totally different world. It's so unrelatable to us. What pussies we are would be so magnified if you put us. Could you imagine if that was going on outside your window?
Right.
Like what shrieking women and babies we'd be if that fighting was going on. Molotov cocktails all over your street, and
can't even deal with the birds sitting on my roof.
Right. We think we've got real problems. Chipmunks and birds and coyotes howling in the distance. That's insulting to someone in Iraq, but it's all relative.
God bless America, man.
God bless America.
I'm thankful to be here.
Well, as long as ISIS doesn't get over here, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, keep it over there.
That's the whole problem. We've seen that shit does get over here, you know, for the longest time. Oh, it's over there. It's over there. Well,
yeah. Until
every now
it's
and then
not.
it leaks over here. And
yeah, and people sympathetic to the cause that happen to have citizenship here, like we're seeing more and more of that stuff, just like you said, leak into our world, and now it's our problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
I knew I was waiting for that.
Goddamn right, that's what you do. Boom! Yeah, you're welcome to come into the country. You're gonna have to swallow this pill. It won't do anything to you. As long as you're just on the straight and narrow, you're fine. The minute you even look twice anywhere, boom! Sorry, we've revoked your visa. That's how you'll be informed. Boom!
Oh, nice. Rifle shot.
Yep. Sorry, you no longer live in America. You no longer live anywhere, but you really no longer live here. You're not going to ruin our world and lives. But I agree with you, Jay. It just seems so odd that as small as we've made this world, with the internet, the web has really shrunken this world, and in the blink of an eye, you're able to see through a simple Google search what's going on in Iraq and watch it on live video.
Mm-hmm.
It's really shrunken the world, but at the same time, it really magnifies like
how backwards so much of it is.
Yeah, and how uncivilized some of it is.
Yeah.
The sexual abuse and hanging from trees and the war, and then us pussies over here worrying about chipmunks, and it just seems like a totally different civilization. And I don't know what you do about it, but I know I'm not going to do anything about it.
Kill the chipmunks. I mean, you get out there with a BB gun, you kill the fucking chipmunks.
I suppose, yeah, we got to start somewhere,
They're
right?
They're going to burrow under your house. They're going to wreck the foundation.
Yeah, that's true. The foundation. Yeah. You know how many families could fit in this foundation that we're in right now?
Right.
Christ. Did you watch Dateline last night by the chance? Anybody? Did you guys watch OJ? Did you see any of it?
See it?
No.
But I have a fairly good memory of all that shit. I was all over it. Loved the OJ show.
Dude, nobody loved the OJ show more than me. Well, maybe Drew. Drew really loved it too. I loved it. It was
incredible, wasn't it? You
compelling.
turn on the TV to watch the OJ show.
Yeah, it was like a soap opera / reality TV show. It's amazing that it played out the way it did.
Yeah.
When you look at the facts of the case, and I knew this would happen. As much as I watched, it's been 20 years. You just don't remember a lot of it, and seeing it again and watching it was like, wow, it's amazing. What that guy walked free. How did that happen? How did that happen?
I told Jay that I was watching it this morning or whatever, and because I was a little younger when it happened, I remember it, but I wasn't able to.
No one cares.
But anyway,
that's the point.
So point is, I was watching it and I was yelling at the TV over things.
Yeah.
And my mom.
How can you
was
not?
Like, are you talking to someone on there? I'm like, no, I'm just yelling at the TV about the OJ thing.
By the way, listeners, he's rubbing his belly right now. This is an
Jesus
example of that.
Christ.
He's rubbing his belly, his bare belly. I don't understand it.
Why?
And he's on camera too. We got that.
Good.
No, what? I don't know why I do it.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
But it was just funny. I was just yelling at the TV because it was just so ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
it's infuriating, man.
It was infuriating to know.
It still is to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch it again, you're like, oh my gosh, people died.
Yeah, died.
They're
viciously.
Gone. Viciously.
And knowing that everybody was on the same page. Everybody knew what happened, and none of that mattered. Nobody cared what was right, what was wrong. It was like, we are going to make good on the fact that you treated us like shit forever. I mean, people literally holding signs, guilty or not, we love you, OJ. Like, do you even know what that says? Guilty or not. The fact that you decapitated 2 people, whatever. We love you, OJ. It was
incredible.
Incredible. His lawyer team, that like the shit they were pulling. Like, I want to strangle Darden too, and Marcia Clark, that idiot with that stupid hair, getting all cocky, acting like, yeah, we don't need that. Fine, we don't need your shitty evidence anyways. And there was one of the detectives on there going, as a prosecutor, you never turn down potential evidence in a murder trial. You take everything you can get. You never know. And she was like, there was a witness who saw OJ, was able to identify almost exactly his license plate of his white vehicle minutes on Bundy Street, leaving the fucking crime scene with his lights off, and identified 4 out of 6 letters and number combination on his license plate. She sold her story to hard copy, which pissed Marcia Clark off. So she just went, oh, fuck, well, I don't need you anyways, bitch, and threw it out. Jury never saw it. Seriously? Like, Jay, as an attorney, how does that happen without anybody going, whoa, wait a minute, Marcia?
Especially when the thing is going on for 8 months anyway. I mean,
yeah,
you can understand kind of like analyzing things, going, okay, this is what we need to focus on. We need to move things along. But shit, you're already mired in an 8-month trial. Put everything out there.
Yeah, and the things that they chose not to put out there. What was the reason? It was almost like they were playing for the defense. What, like, the whole there were 2 witnesses. One that saw OJ, who didn't think he was seen at the airport with the bag, and drew a picture of the black bag, the handbag,
the one he dumped in the garbage.
Yeah, throwing shit in the garbage. Didn't put him on the stand. And then the lady, I can't remember what her name was. Skip Junis was the guy that witnessed him at the airport. What was her name? Anyway, the lady though that saw him. Why? What is the problem with that? So what? She sold the story to hard copy. Who cares? What does that mean? It's a lie? It's not true because she sold it?
Could be. I mean, just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
They probably interviewed her a bunch of times and just didn't feel comfortable with her credibility. Figured she could be, but
she was credible.
At worst, you put her up there and they just go, I don't believe that lady.
Yeah.
It still doesn't mean that he wasn't there. It's just I don't believe that lady. It's not like she.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
The fact was, it sounded like Marcia Clark took it personal and was angry that this chick sold her story, and so out of spite was like, screw her, I don't need her anyways.
Yeah.
And it was like,
knowing Marcia the way I do after watching the 8-month trial.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like something she'd do.
Jay, I got a question. When it comes
Jill
to that,
Shively, thank you.
When it comes to that, like the idea of throwing stuff in, because I know how trials work. Don't you have to? Can you, in an 8-month trial like that, can they bring in new evidence, or does it all have to be beforehand in the pre-trial?
Yeah, pretty much it has to be disclosed before.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll get yourself a mistrial otherwise.
Yeah, both sides have to have a chance to discover it and understand it and analyze it.
I thought it was interesting hearing from Carl Douglas too, who was part of the Dream Team. He was on Team OJ, and he was talking about their jury selection and they'd done focus groups, and like they knew the Dream jury member will be a black female. She'll be sympathetic to what black males, how they've been treated by the LAPD. So black women are everything. And so they end up getting 8 black females on that jury.
Did they get into why it was even moved downtown anyway?
Yeah, they did. Yep, out of Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Well, they were worried that if that trial took place in Santa Monica, it would most likely be a white jury convicting a black man. They're going to deal with riots and stuff like that. If they get a conviction in South LA with black jury members, if they get a minority jury to convict a minority,
that was the beauty of the
guy.
Kwame verdict, is you had a minority jury do that.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so they figured it would eliminate the risk. Why that would play in, well, whatever. As if you can't get black people on a jury in Santa Monica. Maybe not as many, but whatever. So they end up getting these 8 women, black women on this jury, and OJ takes a look and he's like, damn, man, that's awesome. If this jury convicts me, maybe I did do it.
What a dick.
I know.
What a dick.
God, OJ. Yeah. I'll never forget that woman, too. That black bitch out in front with that sign. Guilty or not, we love you, OJ. What the fuck is wrong with people?
That was just, never mind.
Do you remember at the time, what do you think did that case in? Was there any one piece of evidence or one thing that you remember standing out? Like, oh, yeah, that really sunk them. The glove. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah, that was a blow, man. I do remember that day. You know, with his fingers spread. Oh, just
such bullshit. Yeah.
He had the rubber glove on, right?
Duh.
The glove had shrunk during the analysis process.
Soaked in blood and then dried.
Yeah.
Hello.
And then they just let's take a flyer. Let's do this cold in front of the jury. See what happens.
Which I know that.
Yeah.
You don't run your test for the first time. You never do a test in front of a jury that you don't know exactly what the outcome is. Never. I know that. Why wouldn't they know that? What are they thinking? And why would you, if you're going to do that, you would think doubly sure, because if you're going to make him wear a glove underneath the glove, everybody knows that would make it hard to fit, and he's going to do everything he can to make sure it doesn't fit. So it just seems like so many of those things were so obvious.
That was a huge blow. And then I remember when the Furman tapes came out.
Furman. Yeah.
You know? Oh, I've never said the N-word in my life. And then all of a sudden he's sitting there. You're just like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Cochran had those tapes when they were sent to him locked in a safe in his office. They were like the golden goose, man. He knew that those tapes were everything. Yeah. Nobody was allowed to see those or anything until he needed them. Yeah. Crazy. But anything else stand out that was like, oh yeah, that him pleading the fifth really pissed me off too.
Why did he do
Furman.
it? Why did he do it for the planting of evidence? I could even see the other stuff, but he clearly didn't plant evidence.
Well, that was his. And if you didn't see it last night, Jay, some of these details you might not remember from 20 years ago, but I wouldn't have remembered this one. That's why I'm even mentioning it now, because it was like a new story to me last night watching it. But when the whole Furman shit happened, he was called to testify, and he had to.
Remember, that was like a 3-week ordeal, like a side trial of Mark Furman.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Exactly, over the whole N-word thing, and so he went up there and he just invoked his Fifth Amendment rights. I plead the Fifth. Well, they still are going to ask the questions, and he's just for each one of them, make him say it. I plead the Fifth. And but there was the one question in there where they said, "Did you plant evidence, to in this case for O.J. Blow?"
No.
No.
The answer is no.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I will invoke my Fifth Amendment rights. You might as well have said maybe. Maybe. I don't want to tell you. I'm not going to tattle on myself.
Because I don't want to be prosecuted later for perjury.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's very weird, because I don't believe for a second that he planted a fucking glove.
Man.
Come on, I would never believe that.
Was he just not listening? Was he just in this mode of just I plead the Fifth, I plead the Fifth, I plead the Fifth?
No, because he
I think that was the team decision. Yeah. Like, just plead the Fifth on everything. Fuck them. They can't.
Well, in that video, he looks and asks his lawyer when they ask that question. He looks aside and he says something, and then he says,
"Yeah." It just doesn't make any sense. But it just seems like your natural reaction in that moment would be, "Are you kidding me?
Right.
God, no.
Right.
Hell no." and the cop that was compiling all this evidence, who knew Furman, who gave great interviews in the Dateline special last night, he was infuriated still with that.
What was his name?
He was the bald guy with a mustache.
Yeah. Lang? Detective Lang.
Yeah, Detective Lang.
Oh yeah,
dude, good one. but yeah, Detective Lang, I think you're right. He was still to this day was like, bullshit. No, I didn't plant evidence. Are you kidding? Never. Like, how do you say that? He was so mad still all this time later. Carl Douglas, I thought, gave good interviews, and hearing the breakdown, as pissed as it made me.
Carl Douglas, African-American dude, right?
Yeah, weird-looking guy, kind of, I don't know. But yeah, he was just part of the dream team. But he was talking about setting up the house, redoing OJ's house, staging it so that, putting black people on the walls. OJ was the furthest thing from an African American at that point in the African American community. I mean, it was a joke.
Yeah.
And to go in and stage the house and all that stuff, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, it was interesting listening to him talk about it and what they were doing. I thought these stats were interesting too. 100 million, estimated 100 million people tuned in for the verdict. Almost $500 million in lost productivity on the day of the verdict.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? The New York Stock Exchange trading plummeted 41% during that time. President Clinton was breached on security measures in case riots broke out, not just in L.A., but all over the country if the verdict came back and was not favorable for O.J., which is just nuts to me. And then that civil rights attorney, Connie Rice. Oh, I don't know why it still infuriates me, but I wanted to strangle her too. She's just one of these civil rights idiots who believes like, well, yeah, maybe he did do it, but still, it's nice to see a black man win one for the black man against the LAPD, and it's like what a cunt. Who says that? I mean. Anyway, I found myself just jumping right back into the whole OJ world again. It was awesome, and
remembering all the characters.
Yeah,
Kato.
Yeah, I don't know if you care that there's an update there on like where they all are now.
You know, the only thing I wish they had that jury on, that jury guy, jury number 6, talking.
I hated him too.
I wish they would have at least at the end. As much as I hated him, at least I would have asked him, so you believe he's guilty now? Like, you know what I mean? Even at the end, I didn't get the opinion that he seemed like he was still willing to say that he thought he was guilty. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but...
Well, I think those guys now absolutely know.
I just wish I would have asked them, though.
There was a lot of evidence that they didn't see at the time. But for him, there's no doubt that jury didn't get it. They were a stupid jury. They were stupid, and I suppose in the end, that's the prosecution's fault for not doing their job and properly informing these people. But they didn't seem to try that. They seemed like they were way more impressed with O.J. Simpson sitting there across the room.
How does that work, by the way? I know this is probably most people notice, I guess, Jay, but how does that work? Do they get a certain amount of vetoes on the
strikes for the jury?
Or what?
For the jury?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not unlimited. You have a certain amount of challenges.
Okay. So but then in the end, I guess both people can do it.
They thought it was such a slam dunk, it didn't matter who was on the jury. Their evidence was so overwhelming. They were so sure and confident that this guy was done that they didn't care. They're like, whatever. You pick the jury.
Right.
Whatever. Bring it on. It's over. They were cocky and they knew it. They should have been.
Johnny Cochran was awesome.
Ugh.
I have a letter addressed to me from Johnny. He sent me on behalf of one of his clients.
Why?
Years ago. It was just he represented somebody, and he was...
Really?
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I'll have to find it.
Like, that's awesome.
Addressed by him, meaning like he signed it, or like it's a stamp or something?
No, he signed it.
Wow. Crazy.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it would have been after the whole OJ thing.
Yeah. It was
and before he died.
Oh, right. It was before he died, yeah.
Okay.
Just to be clear.
It was like 01 or something.
Wow.
Johnny Cochran.
Were you impressed with
Johnny Cochran with a knit cap.
Who am I? I'm still Johnny Cochran with a knit cap.
That wasn't a high-speed chase. That was a low-speed follow. I loved it.
Johnny was awesome.
A low-speed follow.
Why did they just pull him over, by the way? So what if he was like...
Who, OJ?
The cop, yeah.
Well, they kind of were trying. They had the lights going.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not going to run the car. Yeah.
Well, no, but it's like, you know what I mean?
He had a gun to his head, and they didn't want the juice. They didn't want the juice killing himself on the TV. And
I don't know.
yeah, that'd be tough. Yeah, Timko printed out these pieces of evidence that prove O.J. murdered Nicole, as if we don't know that he murdered Nicole. But I'm interested. I'll read this maybe in the break or something and see if it's, because I'm sure it's fascinating. I don't know if other people are still fascinated with this trial, but I sure as hell am.
It definitely, yeah. No, it brings back memories, and it all comes flooding back. It had everything, you know.
It
really did. Celebrity and sex and
the
violence
circus
and just, you know, the circus of it.
The Goldmans, the mustache. It had everything.
That poor guy, man. He's still suffering. You know, by all indications, sounds like he's just as bitter as he was the day of.
Every bit. Ron
bad.
Goldman's dad, 20 years after O.J. Simpson saga, grief is like yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're 100%
and I
right.
can't pretend to, you know, oh, you should forgive the guy, but geez, it's too bad for him. He can't, you know, move on and enjoy his life.
Yeah, no, his life and Kim's, unfortunately. Now, Kim did have a kid. You would think that would change a lot, like for not just her, but for him as well. I'm a grandfather, and you know, they named the kid like his middle name after
Ron.
Yeah, after Ron, and but yeah, there's no doubt that the process that goes on with any type of tragedy like that, you know, you go through the stages, the 7 or 5 stages of that every human goes through, where through being mad and angry, and then depressed, and then you know, and then acceptance, and all that, the whole grieving process is what I'm trying to say. He's never let that unfold. He's never gotten past absolute fucking furious with OJ, wants to just kill OJ, and he's never gotten past that. And,
yeah, Kim wrote a book recently entitled "Can't Forgive."
Yeah, yep. I think it just was salt in the wounds every step of the way, that trial, every bit of it.
Absolutely.
And everything after. He was so happy when they in the civil suit, which really just ended OJ. It's amazing that they got that judgment the way they did.
And the fact that OJ's in jail now for robbery,
so
right?
Stupid. Yes.
If he's in jail, is this hurting his search for the real killer with him being in jail? I mean, he's not out there now searching for the real killer.
I think that speaks volumes too. The fact that when the LA County lost that suit, everything has gone untouched in their evidence warehouse since. Like they never looked for anybody else. Like they knew. They knew. Everybody knew what the deal was. Yeah, we lost this bullshit circus case, but we're not even going to give the illusion that we're hunting for someone else.
Right.
We know exactly who murdered these people.
Wow. So, amazing event.
Anyway, we should probably get on to happier things. Like Dumb and Dumber. Can we get into Dumb and Dumber? Now, I don't know where you fall in the Dumb and Dumber world.
It.
I loved it too. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's one of those like movie quotes. I could quote like literally every damn line in that movie. I never even saw Dumb and Dumberer.
No.
Did you bother with that one? I heard it was
prequel,
awful.
right?
It was supposed to be, but it didn't have Jim Carrey or Jeff Daniels in it. But the guys looked like them.
Really?
Yeah, they really did look like them. But yeah, everybody took one look at it and was like, dude, you can't do Dumb and Dumber without Jeff and Jim. Stop it. So yeah, they've got these guys back. I have not watched this trailer yet. You say it's funny.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
worried it'll never be able to keep up with.
Well, I'm worried that they put all the funny parts in the trailer, because that happens obviously sometimes. But it's good. Watch.
Yeah. Is this the new? Is this the new trailer? Okay.
There he is again. Almost 2 decades and he still comes.
How you doing, buddy? Brought you your favorite candies. Come on, Lloyd, you gotta get over her. Mary Samsonite was just a girl. That's it, kid. Come on, spit it out. God, yeah! Wait a minute. So you mean you have been faking for 20 years? And it was all for a gag?
Yep.
That's Awesome! Why don't you roll me inside? We'll get the nurse to take the catheter out of me. We don't need nurses for that. But don't you have to... I like what you've done with the place. Who's this?
Oh, that's Butthole. I found him out in the alley.
Why'd you name Butthole?
Because of this.
Good name. Totally fits.
A postcard from Freda Felcher. Harry, I'm pregnant. Please call me.
What do you think it means, Harry?
Floyd, I'm going to be a dad. Ah! Look at the postmark. 1991.
I had a daughter. I gave her up for adoption.
But what if we go track her down?
You're hot for my daughter. What? Am I right? What? Am I right?
Alaka Allah. I know she'll appreciate all the trouble you've gone to find her. Let's call her.
It's ringing.
Whoever this is, we're in the middle of something very important here.
This is your dad.
What? Hey guys, I know this is weird timing, but I gotta take this. It's my dead dad.
She's got me on hold.
Mikey?
Dagran.
I've got the diamonds.
Mikey's listening.
They're underneath me.
Did you hide them inside this turkey?
They're just above the giblets.
There's no diamonds in here.
And you're not my grandson.
Harry, she's got me. She's really clamping down.
You can cross that one off your bucket list.
Gross. Wow, that does look funny as shit. Oh, I hope it lives up to it.
Yeah, they'll do a good job, man. Those guys wouldn't do it, right? If the script wasn't right.
I don't know. It's one of those where if I think it's going to be really funny, it can't possibly live up to my expectations, and it'll suck, and I'll be disappointed, and I'll cry, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. What?
I just love the old scene. That's all.
Oh yeah, this fucking movie's awesome. God damn, yeah.
When's it come out?
November?
All right.
September? November. Yeah. Unveiled Dumb and Dumber trailer. Yeah, they're starting to do. God, it seems a little early to be doing press for this movie, but
That is kind of a good point. Yeah, we're beginning of middle of June here.
November 14.
well, they do have the Farrelly brothers on board, Peter and Bobby.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah. So you got the Farrelly brothers and Jim and Jeff. That's.
I just have faith that they wouldn't sign on unless they were really comfortable that it's going to be good.
Yeah.
They waited 20 years.
But they wanted to do this movie a long time ago, but Jim Carrey didn't. You know, he had a run there where he was Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He was
You're right.
Mr. A-list, so he didn't need to do it. What has Jim Carrey had, or what has Jeff's had? Newsroom lately, I guess that did all right. But what have they really had?
Oh no!
I know.
Now you're scaring me.
I'm just saying. A lot of people wanted to do this movie 10 years ago, and so I don't know. It'll be.
Don't worry, Jay. It'll be all right.
I'm trying to get your hopes and
temper my enthusiasm a bit.
Exactly. And I expect you to do the same for me.
Okay.
So we don't get overly excited, and then we love it, because I hope it's that good too. We had a lot of fun yesterday talking about, well, I don't know if fun's the right word, but talking about the dolphin fuckers.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. Fun was not the right word.
Kind of fun. Interesting. No?
It wasn't
not
fun
digging
for
it?
you? I don't know.
Yeah, you got to lighten up, Jay. That was fun as hell. That was a lot of fun.
If you don't like
You
that,
didn't
Jay.
get fucked.
That was
and you don't know
troubling,
the
man.
dolphin, so don't worry about it. The dolphin got jacked off. It's not like he was.
Right.
It's really a win-win. I don't even know why.
I'm less troubled by that than the follow-up story. Obviously, this dude who's doing Dolly, this cat who, claims that they fell in love and Dolly committed suicide when they were the Dolly the dolphin. And then and I've had a consensual relationship with a dog too.
Yeah.
No, I guess that was the troubling part of the conversation for me.
I got you there. I understand that, but
so let's revisit that feeling.
Well, yeah. This one won't bother you nearly as much because a living creature's not involved with this one.
Okay.
Still an asshole, still a creep, but we're leaving the animal world alone. We're leaving those poor guys alone. this Edwin Tobergta is facing new accusations. New. This is the third time this guy's been brought up on charges of having sex with a pool float. The hell is wrong with this cat?
It's incredible.
Yeah, he's got a previous record of public indecency. He was arrested earlier this week for performing sex acts on a pool float for the third time. He's 35 years old. He's been seen having simulated sex with a pink life raft on Route 4 at 8 a.m. Are you serious? Like
rush hour?
Yeah, that's an exhibitionist. That guy wants to get caught then, right?
See the picture of this cat?
Oh, I did. Yeah, he's a piece of work.
He doesn't look like the type of guy who would do this. It's weird.
No.
You see what his shirt says too?
Oh, Jay.
Okay, we're
come
getting
on.
to that.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
I don't mean to jump ahead.
Yes, it's hard not to. The guy's a gem. He's been arrested multiple times. He was, by the way, nude with his pink raft in front of passing cars, businesses, everything. This is the third time, like I said, he's been arrested for this, 2011 and 2013. In 2011, imagine what you would do if you are sitting there, having your coffee, look out the window at your beautiful pool and see the neighbor banging your fucking float in it. What would you do if he's just going to town in the middle of your pool, banging the shit out of your float?
Again, I think I'd be worried about the parts per million. I mean, I would not allow him to unload in my pool. There's no way.
You don't have that choice. You don't have that choice. What are you gonna do? Pull him out, grab him by the hips, and yank him out of the
drag him by his wife beater off the fucking blow up dolphin out of the pool and kick his ass.
See, I think you're better off letting him finish.
No,
let him.
No.
You're better off at that point. Let him knock that thing down.
Oh.
He just blew a load in the pink thing.
No.
It's not in the pool.
You telling me that's not getting in the pool?
It's like a condom, a giant condom he's wearing and having the float there.
You really want to be involved with him while he's still got the thing going, he's still excited? I agree with Walters. You gotta let him.
You gotta let him blow in your pool. Okay, yeah.
In the float, you lose a float.
The float's in the pool. What are you picturing as the float? I'm picturing like a freaking pink raft.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of something not like a donut. Because he's penetrating something that feels good. So
I think he's just like rubbing up against a.
I do think that. I think he's just on the
raft.
outside of the raft.
Yeah.
I do think that though. I still just let him go.
Either way, you don't want to. At that point, you don't want to disrupt. You don't want to interrupt. I don't want that thing wielded flying around.
I don't want that dude's seed in my pool. Okay.
I understand.
Damn.
I understand that. What? Well, then throw a dart at the raft and deflate it while he's going to town on it. That'll ruin it right there for you. Yeah. I'd say a gun, but you don't want to hurt your pool.
Damn. They're walking amongst us. I've said it before, and I'm shocked. This job shocks me, dude. Okay, I walk in here,
it only gets worse.
And I'm just all this stuff is thrown at me, and I am just the depravity
every day, right?
Of the human species.
Yeah, it's not our fault. We're just
don't
better
shoot
at
the messenger.
Yeah, we're just better at finding it and bringing it to you than most.
God,
That's
still here. It was already here. It was always here.
This coming from a lawyer, by the way.
Right.
Like the shit you must see and hear.
No,
like I'm
just
disgusted with that stuff.
This is like, okay. I mean,
there's no doubt it's an elevated hyperness to our, like, we compile it and like boom, throw it right in your face all at once.
Package it and just here you go, boom.
Yeah, enjoy this.
It's like those
boom,
spring
boom.
snakes. You just jump out of the jumping at me.
There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, you would never know. You would never know the name Edwin Tobergta.
No, now I do. Yeah.
Now you do, and you know that he digs pink rafts.
Yeah. And now I've had to think about what I would do if you were in my pool on a raft.
And I told you what to do. You
Is
just
that what's more upsetting to you? The fact that now, because you not just know his name, now you have to think about what you would do if you were.
No, it upsets me that these assholes are walking amongst us.
Yeah.
Could be in front of you at Meijer.
Just to see. Yeah, it could be in front of you at Meijer. Perfect example.
They probably are.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know the percentage if like in a day-to-day world walking by him,
how many of these
freaks? Oh, that guy I just walked by, he fucks rafts.
Yeah.
He does. That guy bangs his dog.
Yeah.
I just walked by him. Like, there's got to be a way to identify these people. I know we've talked about making them glow or tattooing them somehow. So it's like, oh, there's another dog fucker. God, I had no idea how many of those guys were around. The tattoos really help. But yeah, I like the chip idea. I really do. I think
it can come in handy. You can do the boom chip along with just the identifier.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't always have to be a boom chip. Now we save the boom chip for the the violent guys, the guys that could hurt you like that. But I don't know what the chip could be for raft bangers, but
some sort of alarm could go off. Everybody could wear a watch, and when it picked up a chip is nearby, an alarm could go off. Like, oh wow, a shithead raft fucker. Yeah,
but
that sound.
When does it go off though? When he gets a rod, or when he's in too close a vicinity of a raft, an inflatable object, or because you don't want false alarms going off every 5 minutes every time he walks by a tire. But if he's got a hard-on and that tire's around, I want to know about it. We should be at least be entitled to that. And again, I think it goes back to the point yesterday where they say he's got a history of mental issues, says his family. It's not known whether he was taking his meds. Excuse me, I'm promising you he wasn't taking his meds. And whose fault is that? It should not be on the mentally unstable person to take his meds. Why are we entrusting the mentally unstable to let's just trust him with that job? It's kind of important. It's the difference between fucking rafts and not. How about we don't put it in his hands whether he's going to take his meds or not? Maybe. It should just be an automatic, right? Mm-hmm. You lose the right to choose when you started fucking rafts.
Yeah, you did it once. Boom, done.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Edwin, you did this to yourself. Come in now. We're going to give you a lifetime shot, and you're not going to be able to not take your meds no more and go on a nutty and bang rafts and dogs.
In the middle of rush hour.
Yeah, in the middle of rush hour.
Dude, I wish we could have, you almost should have done an
Route
interview.
4.
An interview with Jay before this, like what he thought this might be like, or the kind of job, right?
No, I knew that would scare him. I didn't want to do that.
And now, because it's like
I'm just shaking my head every day, man. It's like I'm in Oz. I'm in Oz. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up from this, right? I'm gonna be like, oh my God, there was this guy sitting next to me. His name was Eric. And
Jay, I'll be honest with you. You're gonna be talking
rubbing
about
his belly. Shit.
There are going to be days where you're going to talk about guys that are banging rafts. Jay, is that too much for you? Is that going to be a problem? I just want to be very clear about what's going on here. You're going to talk about some really, really disgusting individuals, and on a regular basis, it's going to be quite often. And
we're going to need your commentary.
Yeah, you mentioned his, the whole thing about him.
Yeah, we got to put this dude on the website because he's, it just looks like a complete degenerate, head cocked. Yeah. He almost looks like he's a giant or something, Just
he does.
Put a club in his hand.
Look like a giant. And I guarantee you, someone bought him that shirt.
His shirt reads, and I quote, "I'm out of my mind. Please leave a message." Fucking asshole.
Yeah. He's making fun of the fact that he knows he's crazy.
Yeah. He looks like a giant, though. Look at him.
He does.
He looks like he's at the top of a beanstalk.
3 times, by the way, getting screwed in trouble 3 times.
Yeah, and it's so easy. I'm sorry. If your thing was just like, oh God, that raft is hot. Oh
Do
my
it
God.
in your house.
You could so easily blow up a raft, go into your house, and bang it all day and night.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. The fact that you're on Route 4 at rush hour, nude, with your pink raft.
He took it from victimless crime to victim. Yeah. We've got to see this shit going on.
A whole lot of victims.
Son of a bitch.
Everybody going to work.
And given that he's a giant, you can't miss him, right? It's like size of a billboard.
I'm telling you, we got to get closer with these meds and just take it out of their hands. You don't have to worry about it anymore. We're gonna do it for you. And then you go down that road and we just boom.
As Jay always says too,
shock them, whatever.
What do you think led? What led him to this point, right?
How did he get here? Right. What did he bang before he ended up on that? You know what I mean? God, the history.
I know.
Long and gross.
Yeah. Do you think he started with something in the woods, I don't know, a dead muskrat?
Yes.
And then worked his way up to rafts and view of everybody?
Dead muskrats.
I don't know.
You start with water wings and work his way up the rafts.
Yeah, right.
Now this thing here is scary, and the reason.
Yeah, the last story wasn't, but this one is.
Yeah, the last story I'm so used to. That doesn't bother me in the least. It's one of those I knew going into this gig what it entails. That guy is a daily occurrence, and I love him. You, on the other hand, didn't know. This is kind of like shocking. It's hitting you at once. Soon enough, you'll be over that, and you'll just be crazy as me, and this will just go right over you. It won't even bother you anymore. Now, things like this really bother me and scare me, and the reason we found this or brought it the attention was it started when we were talking about Beth, who's in California right now, and she had run into
somebody.
Joey Lawrence's brother, Matthew, who her and her girlfriend were hiking and ran into this dude, didn't know who he was, but we're like, hey, will you take our picture? Turns out it's Joey Lawrence's brother. Whoa! Matthew, and he's with someone who they recognize, but they don't know who it is. He's some celebrity. He's been in movies. I use the term celebrity loosely.
He's hanging out with Joey's brother.
Right, and it's going on Beth's word, and I don't know that I can trust that her level of celeb and mine might be totally different things. She did see, what's his name the other day, though? Well, out there, faggot guy said faggot.
Oh,
yeah, him.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill.
Really?
And Channing Tatum.
Really?
Is that his name, Channing?
Yeah.
Tatum, Channing.
They're both in Jump Street.
Yeah,
right?
right.
God, wouldn't it have been awesome if she just started yelling like faggot at him? And
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Wouldn't to me, for real, if you were there now and you were to see Jonah Hill, wouldn't you try to freaking,
hey, faggot!
Right,
What up, faggot?
Try to get him into.
Of course.
Yeah, she's supporting the Detroit cast or what?
I forgot about this, dude. They were on, I forget which one, Fallon or something together because they're doing, for the movie. And I don't know what the bet was, but they were making some sort of bet between Channing Tatum and him. And Channing joked that the bet was that Jonah Hill would have to kiss his penis. And then Jonah Hill got all offended, of course, and was like, oh, I said, boxers on or something. But just when I saw it, it just made me think like, oh, I thought you were cool with it. Why would it matter? But
yeah, you're all into the whole.
Right, gay's cool. I don't even know why it would matter. But
yeah.
But wouldn't you try to rope him into saying faggot or something?
No, but yeah, I could see why people would.
I would want to. If you get him saying faggot again, you could fucking bank on that from him.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But the funny thing was, she didn't know who the hell it was that she. And I'm like, well, how do you not know who it is? She could picture him. Well, that's where this story comes into play.
And I think listener Jeff sent us this actually.
Okay.
Or we might have seen it otherwise, but
yeah,
maybe you pulled it. But Jeff sent it over.
She was saying, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to how did Beth word it? Like, I'm trying to figure out who it is or something.
Yeah, and we're like, how the hell if you
didn't
know the face?
Yeah,
how
she's like, oh, I recognize the face, and we're like, well, would you asked, search face?
Which we tried.
Yeah, Joey Lawrence brother hanging out with, hiking.
Siri.
Anything?
Siri was of no help.
Yeah, Siri was a total piece
surprise.
Of shit. Yeah, big shocker, right? Well, there's an app apparently. Is this out or is it
coming out?
It's coming out. Facial recognition app.
This is frightening.
Yeah, and I guess the way this works is you just go, oh my God, who's that guy with Joey Lawrence's brother right now? I recognize him, but I don't know who he is. Hold up your phone and take a app picture of it, and then it goes. And
it finds him on the web somewhere.
It's Eric.
Yeah.
It finds out who it is for you. So will that, and I'm assuming this will work with anybody that's in.
Anybody who has their picture out on the web anywhere.
That's identified.
That's identified next to their picture. Yeah.
Wow. So it'll take facial recognition, like.
It'll search through like
databases,
company websites and shit. Pulling up rosters of people and.
So what is the point then? Are they saying like, so if you go, is that celebrity? I think that's him. Is that him? No, that couldn't be him. What would he be doing here? And then you could just kind of snap a picture of him.
Yeah.
And then it goes doot 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 and pops up.
Well,
who it is.
They're advertising it as. I believe that this will make online dating and offline social interactions much safer and give us a far better understanding of people around us.
Yeah, it's always under the guise of something great to help us.
But
thanks.
The crazy thing about this, though, is you have to opt out of it. So
Oh.
it's not as if you're opting in. You have to go affirmatively opt out to not be included in this.
So this is like
Otherwise, people will be snapping your picture and.
This is
Yeah,
like
that's
caller
awesome.
ID.
Yeah.
In a sense,
Yeah.
where you need to go and tell them, I don't want to be
Mhm.
on caller ID or have my number listed. You have to opt out. You're
Yeah.
automatically built into it.
People
How
will,
can that be?
people will soon be able to log into nametag.ws and choose whether or not they want their name and information displayed to others. He said it's not about invading anyone's privacy. It's about connecting people that want to be connected. We'll even allow users to have one profile that is seen during business hours and another that's only seen in social situations.
Oh yeah, like they'll have great control over that.
Yeah.
Huh. How would you feel about that? Would you opt out?
I wouldn't care, but I would probably, have my family opt out.
Mhm.
I personally wouldn't care, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. While I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's like, well, we do the show here. It's probably, what could it hurt us? But just the thought of something outside of my control is what feels weird about it.
Yeah.
I think that.
But
is what I have a problem with.
but yet you want to chip every arguably insane person. Right?
Insane people, though, Jay. Insane people.
Anyone on the
and
spectrum?
Terrorists.
Anyone
yeah.
on the spectrum?
Yeah.
So
Anyone.
Eric would be included. He gets a chip.
Well,
Where do we
if
draw
he's,
the line?
if he's technically insane, if a doctor says he's insane, at that point, I don't think you should be making the call on your meds.
Don Sterling gets chipped.
I agree with that.
That's fine. He can be chipped, and as long as he minds his business, he's not even going to realize that he's been chipped.
Yeah.
We don't even have to tell him. But if he gets out of line,
Just give him some juice. He'll fall asleep.
yeah, go to nappy time. But no, I think it should be reserved for people that you don't like. If you're just walking around town like drooling on yourself, but you're not hurting anybody, if you're just 444 guy, no problem with you. None. If you're fucking rafts,
He's not
on the
hurting
street,
anybody.
He's hurting my eyes. He's potentially scarring my children.
Yeah.
So that guy needs to be chipped. Right?
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Two things. We can either lop off their genitalia or chip them. Their choice. Chip them. I would chip
It's
them.
less invasive.
Yeah. And terrorists, out of the question. You
Oh.
chip them with explosives. Period. Done.
Absolutely.
And as long as they walk the straight, no one's going to bump the button. We can even do it so you got to
If
have
they
two
did,
keys.
oh well.
So we each have to turn the key. So there's no mistake. We don't accident. Oh, I hit the button on accident and blew you up. Sorry. No. We both have to push the button, and we're more than an arm's length away, so we can't do it myself. Like, okay, we got to both agree. This guy needs to be boom. Thank you. And then we do it.
Don't you want to like get creative though, Mike, and like put the guy that's fucking rafts, like duct tape the raft to him and just fly over Iraq and drop him,
Mm,
or something like that?
no, I think that gets too costly. I think you just
He is a
delete
giant,
him.
though. He's a giant. It would make a big
It
deal,
would.
almost like a bomb.
Let him landing.
No, I don't want to confuse people though. I don't want to blow up every. I'm not a monster. I don't want to blow up every person that bangs a raft.
Just want to
I'm
make sure
talking,
they're medicated.
You save the explosives for the guys who would like to use explosives on us.
Gotcha.
Period. I don't want to blow up any mental. What are we calling them nowadays?
Mentally incapacitated,
Yeah.
mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged. The retards. Any retard. I don't want to blow any retards up just for the sake of it. I'm not a monster. But I think we do chip them with medication, and that's not in their control anymore. They've lost the right to control that stuff. That's what I'm saying. But I don't want to I want to be clear about that. So I don't want to blow people up just randomly because they're a little screw, not all there. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. We shouldn't blow them up.
The record is clear.
Yes.
The lawyer has recognized it.
Now the other people that I want to blow up, and this kind of goes against what my thing, because I don't think they hurt people, but I do want them deleted in a sense, and I've gone on rants about this before as well. Hoarders. I want hoarders deleted for the most part.
Never thought about deleting them.
Oh.
Give me your argument.
Well, they're fucking crazy,
Okay.
and they're annoying as shit.
Mhm.
They're selfish monsters who have you ever watched Hoarders?
Yeah.
You can't rationalize with them. You can't get through to them.
It's
They
incredible.
don't see it. They think you're out to get them. They're the victims. just because I've got 500 cats that are missing eyes because they're eating each other.
They're like, Rosalind, we're going to throw out this pizza box from
What?
1982. Nope, you got to let go, Rosalind. You got to let go.
Why are you guys doing this to me?
Maybe if you could leave the pizza boxes, maybe I can give you this scrap of Kleenex.
Fine, I don't care. Take the pizza box. I don't care. That's fine. If you want to ruin my life, fine. Go ahead.
You're right. That's exactly how it goes.
2 minutes later, there's Rosalind at 80 years old sneaking over to the thing. I'm just seeing what they've got. Why would they throw? I understand the other pizza box, but this pizza box is perfectly good. There's hardly even any grease stains on this one.
It's a grease spot shaped like Jesus.
We're going to take this one and put it back in this pile. And they're literally undoing the piles of work. And I'm sitting there screaming at my TV, just fucking shoot her. Just punch her in the head till she's dead. Fuck her.
Yeah, those on-site therapists are the most patient people on earth.
How they do? They're angels.
Rosalind, we're gonna take one pizza box now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're gonna walk it out. We're gonna walk it out. We're gonna. You know what? If that's all we do today, Rosalind, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just put this just one in the dumpster.
Fine,
amazing,
fine.
man.
And then 2 minutes later, they're going to go take it right out of the dumpster. And that's when I want them shot.
Yeah.
And, deleted. Deleted was my word for them. Delete them. Just delete them. The lady we were watching that one day who had all those cats, and she had boxed herself out of her house, basically, was living in a tiny room there, and her bathroom was gone. Her bathrooms had been so filled up with shit that she couldn't even get into them. They weren't usable anymore. Her upstairs to the house, that door was now her restroom. For 15 years, she'd been shitting and pissing in bags, tying them off, and throwing them up the stairs. And it filled up the house. It was literally collapsing on itself with shit and piss from herself. And she's just sitting there like, what did I do? What have I done wrong? It's like, you fucking delete her! Fucking delete her! Delete her. The house is ruined. You've ruined the house. You've ruined me. I'll never think of it. I didn't know humans were capable of that. Delete her.
You want to delete her because it's really upset you.
It's upset me. They're finding just skeletons of animals. Skeletons. Oh, we got 50 cat skeletons.
Yeah.
20 dog thing, and she's just sitting there like, what's wrong? Why is everybody acting like I did something wrong? You're shitting and pissing in bags in your own house and whipping them up the stairs. What? Delete. Kill her. That's justifiable murder. Somebody kill him, not
I need
me.
a little
or
more.
you.
I'm not ready to kill Rosalind.
God. Watch the episode. You will want to be on team kill her.
Yeah.
Yes, you will. Anyway, the reason I bring it up today.
Wow.
There's been a hoarder is found dead in California. Look at this lovely piece of property. Yeah, I didn't kill her. I don't know who did. It took them 3 hours to get to her porch.
Damn.
They had to weed through so much shit to even get to her. It took hours. She had 3 pieces of property on the street. 3 houses in a row. All filled with shit.
What?
Yes. I mean, they got to just knock them down. She was dead. They don't even know how long she was dead on the porch with a cat in her lap.
Mummified, no doubt.
I think the cat was alive. Like she had like in a cat carrier. Like she was gonna take it to the vet or something, and then just drop dead on her porch.
Put it in a stack of shit. All right, this goes right here. Perfect.
Oh my God. Took 3 hours to remove the body. Crews had to remove 2 cars, mountains of debris, and cut through overgrown trees and vegetation to make enough space to move her body.
What could be?
They had to literally crawl through vegetation to get to the woman. There were a number of cats running around. It took our guys quite a bit of effort to get to her. A hazmat team had to be called in. Authorities spent several hours navigating through the property to see whether any animals were distressed, taking 2 dogs away to a shelter. The woman was a retired school teacher, but her identity has not been released pending notification of her next of kin.
You want to know it?
Yeah, please.
Rita Corpin.
Oh, Rita. I know Rita. Look at that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Look at that property. How does it get like that?
I feel for the neighbors.
Oh.
My God.
How does the city not step in and go, hey, Rita? Yeah. Rita, are you home? Probably because they can't even get to her door. Oh. I'm glad someone deleted her because I was going to. I had my sights on Rita. I got to take a break and reset. I got to reset. I do.
He's upset. He is visibly upset.
Hoarders are definitely on his list.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the selfishness.
Such vitriol.
It is.
Aimed at hoarders. I had no idea.
During the break, I want to see if we can find that video of that idiot in her shitty house,
throwing
in her
her bags of
shitty
shit.
existence, and her fucking bags of shit and piss thrown up the stairs, and like, oh, was that wrong? Was that not what I was supposed to do? Shit in bags? I'm so embarrassed by it. I'm embarrassed that I was shitting in bags and throwing it up my own staircase for 30 years. Delete. Delete. We'll be back after this.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
life ripped out and put in a garbage bag. It's not...
You're probably going to just be pulled out of your house.
The decontamination.
Worst horde I've ever seen.
We even have to have a decontamination station for the first time ever.
You're probably going to just be pulled out of your house.
I don't give a damn. I don't want my entire life ripped out. My entire life ripped out and put in a garbage bag. It's not
is 22,000. Well, there's probably 50,000 out there. So a lot of them are duplicates and triplicates.
I don't understand the beer cans. I don't know why he's interested in them. I know he has exhausted.
The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right. Back with the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay here. On a Friday, I talked myself down, calmed down a little bit.
Good. I was worried about you.
Yeah. I have a whole process I go. They go to my safe place. And I did that, and so I'm better now.
Take it easy.
I still want them deleted, but I'm not going to rant. They're people too, right? Anyway, what we were talking about, because we don't have a ton of time left, but we had mentioned the cat, that this guy called 911 on his own cat. Well, I guess there's a show, and I haven't seen this, but My Cat from Hell, which airs Saturdays at 8 o'clock on Animal Planet, and their episode coming up now is on this Himalayan cat. They went and
perfect, yeah.
Yeah, the experts went and they filmed this, and they tried to work with this cat that was so nuts that it made this guy call 911. And what they've said here, this cat behaviorist, Jackson Galaxy is his name, and he said, I totally understand why Lee Palmer and Teresa Baker called 911 now. I get it. He, like, at first, who would call 911 on a family cat? This guy didn't get it. He's like, yeah. He says, I would say that whether it's ever appropriate to call 911, when asked whether it's ever appropriate to call 911 on a house cat, I got to say at this point, I get it. I get why somebody would have. Before this, no. I would not have thought it was possible. But he gets it now. So I'm dying to see what this episode is like. Mm-hmm. It'll be Saturday on the Animal Planet, 8 o'clock. But you want to relive the 911 call?
Yes, it's unreal, man.
Yeah, so this will be the guy calling, and it's a 22-pound cat. And it had them trapped in their bedroom. I guess the 911 call will explain
wuss.
God. Lux is the cat's name.
Yeah, hi. I have a kind of a particular emergency here. My cat attacked our 7-month-old child, and I kicked the cat in the rear, and it has went off over the edge, and we aren't safe around the cat. It's a very large Himalayan. And we're trapped in our bedroom. He won't let us out of our door.
Okay, does the child need medical attention?
No, he's just got scratches on his forehead, But the cat, we don't know what to do about the cat. He's gone. He's trying to attack us.
Speaking of pussies.
Very, 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 very hostile. I tried to get a hold of animal control.
Hang on just a second. You guys are inside your bedroom right now.
Yeah, and when I leave out the bedroom to let the police in, I'm going to have to fight this cat.
Hang on just a second. And you said the cat is large. How large?
22 pounds.
Whoa.
What's the address there? What apartment number?
Is this dude listening to himself?
I need you to hang on hold for
I'm
just a moment.
trapped in my bedroom.
By my supervisor, but I'll be right back to you, okay? Don't hang on.
She's like,
And you said your child does not need medical attention, right?
No, he just got a couple gases
So I can
on
laugh.
for it. These are very small puncture ones, little punctures.
Okay, and do you think the cat is ill?
I don't know. I think that the cat he's got kind of a history of violence. He's kind of a violent cat already. So he's charging us. He's at our door, bedroom door.
1 moment, okay?
Do you hear him?
Keep your
That's
door,
the cat.
I hear him. Hold on. Keep your door shut, okay? And if you need anything, call us back, but they're on their way to help you, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Bye.
God, what a pussy.
So, yeah, that's
unbelievable.
You would think, but this cat behaviorist,
Okay.
he says he was perplexed when he first met this cat, Lux, because he never saw the cat do anything wrong. He was like, it's the most loving, wonderful cat ever. Noting it took a long time for him to exhibit any worrisome behavior. He's also not, but he's also not. And when the not part emerges, it's a shock. He said the cat behaviorist, who rarely seems rattled by felines, said this was the most challenging and most frustrating case he's worked on in his 20-year career. This cat had me over a barrel. Lux is challenged internally. He is physically really challenged, emotionally challenged. At the end of the day, he was put in this situation that raised that challenge level, the red flag. It was a lot of wrong place, wrong time. He promised the episode will explore what those issues are. He says you have to forgive what Lee says in the heat of the 911 call when he's talking about, I kicked the cat in the ass. I guess a lot of people were all pissed off that, they kicked this cat. And he's like, please, trust me, you don't understand the situation.
Cat was trying to kill him, man.
Yeah. He said he spent more time working on this case than he usually does with other families who need his help. Despite the effort Galaxy has put into helping Lux and this family, the work is ongoing, and fans may see more of this kitty on future episodes. I'm not done. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she hasn't sung yet. So, yeah, it sounds interesting. Saturday at 8 o'clock on the Animal Planet.
See how badass this cat is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of what could it possibly do that would make you...
Right, even if it was really mad and it scratched you, jump at you.
And why would you still deal with it?
You're still a little 22-pound kitty, right?
I'm gonna send you over there.
Look at the face. You should look at his face when he does that.
Yeah, you're still just a kitty cat. You're a kitty cat.
But it's a wild animal, Jay.
Do it again, Jay.
It's a wild animal.
Not a cheap party gag, Eric.
I want to see it again.
Have you heard about Casey Kasem, by the way?
Yes.
The update on Casey?
Not good for Casey.
Yeah. Well, a judge at first gave control to the daughter for medical stuff and decisions, and he's been listed in critical condition. I guess it's gotten pretty dire in the family.
It was the bed sore that I think put him in that.
Yeah, an infected bed sore.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I don't know.
Did you make me picture that? Did you have to?
You brought it up.
Casey
I
Kasem's
didn't.
bed sore
Ugh. Infected bed sore.
on his ass.
Or his dick. He was brought by ambulance to the emergency room on Sunday. He's whatever this debilitating condition has got, it's left him barely able to speak. Of all people, a DJ for life and no,
Geez.
God damn it.
Timko.
They said Kasem's care would be controlled by Carrie and not the stepmother. Well, that sent the stepmother into a rage. We started throwing the meat, throwing the steak at them, and
yeah, Jean doesn't go quietly.
Yeah, Jean is exactly right. So anyway, Kasem's daughter is in charge of everything. Carrie, she said her father's health is declining. He won't be with us much longer. And now they're saying, as of today, that he's going to live out his final days this week surrounded by his children who have made the decision to withhold medication, food, and fluid. So they're starving and they're not giving him anything in case he's dying for something to drink. And they're just like, nah, No, you get nothing.
Poor guy.
Yeah, his kids.
Poor Shaggy.
Yep. They tell TMZ their dad's health directive document states, if the extension of my life would result in mere biological existence devoid of cognitive function with no reasonable hope for normal functioning, then I do not desire any form of life-sustaining procedures, including nutrition and hydration. Casey's wife, Jean. Casey's blood is on these kids' hands. Oh, so dramatic. So, anyway,
Sure, they'll be happy to be done with her, after he's gone. It's like, okay.
Totally.
Now,
Officially cut ties.
Yeah.
I guess Jean, who you mentioned there, was in court furious over the judge's decision, storming out, screaming. Yeah. Nice scene, huh?
Gross.
Piece of shit. Anyway, so yeah, it sounds like he's going to be dead, though, within days. And we can do a goddamn death dedication. Can we play that one more time, please? While I'm trying to do a goddamn death dedication. This goes out to Casey, laying in his bed, laying in his FedEx box with holes punched in it, somewhere in Seattle.
The countdown will begin this Sunday afternoon at 1, right here on the radio station you grew up with, Music Radio 138. Oh, fuck. What the hell's going on here? Jeez, Mark, isn't it the last hour? We got another hour to do? Jeez, I thought we were almost finished. Good golly, Miss Molly. Boy, this is fucking ponderous, man. Ponderous, fucking ponderous. Hi, this is Casey Kasem. American Top 40 has moved to a new time. I hope you'll join me this Saturday morning and every Saturday morning at 2. Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. They do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. It's the last goddamn time I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying.
I got to talk about a DJ dying.
Well, he is a dick. I kind of agree with his kids. Let him die.
You don't want to implant him with a detonator, though. You just want to let him go naturally.
Let him go.
Okay.
We don't want to boom him.
I'm just saying we could. We don't have to. Goddamn death dedication.
Oh my god.
Up-tempo song. Trying to do these goddamn... I love it, man. It's funny as shit. Poor Casey, though. He is... What do they call him? America's teenager?
He's a natural treasure, a national treasure.
That's
what
true.
Gene was purporting to, yeah.
Before the meat throwing, or was it after the meat throwing that Casey would have been proud of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the... which one was it? The meat throwing that he would have been proud of, or the releasing the tape of... I can't remember which one he would have been prouder of. Do you remember?
I can't.
Because I'm trying to think, like chucking steak at your family members, or...
That's him, though, at least.
Yeah.
I'd be more proud of his
Which
own.
one? You mean the...
Yeah, that's him.
This is... Look what they've done to my Casey. Listen to him. Listen to him. Listen to how upset Casey is. Look what these children have done to him. Will someone get Casey's FedEx box over here? God damn it. Not the Indian reservation.
Indian reservation. Oh my.
I say that with the utmost respect and love for you, Casey. I really do. Your wife is a nut meat thrower, but I do love Casey. Do we have any good email, by the way? We
do
can
have
wrap
some
up
good-
on some of that instead
Yes.
of.
We do have some good email.
What do you got for me, buddy?
You'll recall our discussion about the word faggot.
I do.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Yep.
You asked for any homosexual listeners
Yeah.
to give us their take. And
Goddamn
Dave,
faggots, where are you?
yeah, no, Dave chimed in. He said, the word faggot, queer, homo, etc. has never bugged me. People are a bunch of thin-skinned pussies. I've been accused of being homophobic, and I'm a fag. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh my God!
He said, I'm tired of all this PC bullshit. Have an awesome day, gays. Oops, guys.
I know who that is. He's hilarious. Dave, we met him at the meet and greet. Dave was there, and great guy, and I think most people feel like he does. Like, really? Am I supposed to be offended? Some guy I don't know utters the word faggot, and now, because I'm a gay guy, I'm supposed to be offended at that? Come on. Grow a pair.
Hey, we haven't mentioned Lakes Minivan USA today.
Oh, my boy, yeah.
And as you know...
Silent H?
As you know, with the Silent H. As you know, yesterday he was convicted of first-degree premeditated murder.
Really?
So he's in jail, lifetime without parole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems a bit harsh.
Hasn't formally been sentenced, but that is what he will get when he is.
Yeah. Do you think he'll ever see the outside of a jail cell again?
No.
Lakes Minivan USA, that is.
No, I think that's the definition of life without parole.
Yeah, but do you always hear stuff like that, and then you hear good behavior, and it's different rules for federal versus not? Like, I don't buy that. We always heard that with you hear that all the time with people. Oh, no, he's gonna die in jail.
He's up there, isn't he?
3 months later.
I mean, not
they're
up there, but
free.
he's like 50-something, right?
Lakes Minivan USA?
Yeah,
I just don't see him going there till death. I agree.
Really?
Yeah, don't
No,
see him-
I actually do.
He's too
but-
dynamic a personality.
No,
You think somehow he's got to get back out into our lives?
No, I'm just wondering if that's a possibility.
What happens when people die of natural causes in jail? Like in the end, do they try to save them still, even though they're in jail? Like
Sure.
if they have cancer, will they give them
they've
treatment?
got
Not good treatment. They'll give him like the shittiest cancer doctor around.
Why? No offense, but
So on
Yeah.
the subject of Lakes
Minivan USA.
Ryan writes in that he and his girlfriend have had fun with Eric's notes. I don't know if others have seen these, but I think
Oh
Timco
my
posted
God.
them.
Yeah.
With a link on show.
They're unreadable.
They're
forget what
not
show it was, but
unreadable.
They are unreadable.
it's funny because I walked up to this little snippet that Ryan attached and I read it, man.
See?
You did?
Yeah. There have been more than a few occasions where he hit me for disrespect. I'm not saying that sentence makes really grammatical sense, but I'm just saying I can read it.
Cliff notes. I was writing in short.
But Ryan and his girlfriend went through Eric's notes and played a sweet game called What the Fuck Does That Say? I don't know if it was a drinking game or not, but they enjoyed that. And they said, keep up the good work and eat shit, Eric.
Nice.
And Ryan claims that he's been telling Eric to eat shit before it was cool.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Is that
Everybody says that.
what a
Everyone says it now
hipster.
that it's cool.
John Keating, also on the subject of Lakes Minivan USA,
Right.
writes in, and he's another one. We've had several.
No chance, dude.
Oh,
Words. There are certain words maybe that I'm confident I can read, but that's about it.
It's pretty bad, Eric. It's definitely doctor writing.
There are some moments in here that aren't too good. There's definitely not sentences.
There's apparently been an influx of people doing simple Google searches of Lakes Minivan USA, and several of them have been struck by the fact that it comes up for the Detroit test.
That's awesome.
And
one of my prouder moments.
Yeah, we've gotten many emails about this, but he was dying. He said when it popped up, and he gave us a screenshot here. But he said,
I was surprised how many people were listening to us say it but hadn't seen it.
Yeah,
his actual name, and then when we posted the picture or they Google searched it and they
Holy
actually saw it,
shit.
we're like, oh my God, it actually is Lakes Minivan USA. Holy shit.
with a silent H.
Yeah, with a silent H, which they all point out as well.
Yeah, but he said, "Holy shit!" I started dying laughing. Fucking Webster, you nailed it. I know you hear this a lot, but you guys are great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate everything you do. I listen, donate, and buy as much as I can afford. I can't wait for what lies in the future. Oh yeah, eat shit, Eric. Really, sincerely, I mean that. His voice drives me. His voice drives through my brain like nails.
Gotta love it.
Still on the subject of Lakes Minivan USA, Kurt writes in, loves the podcast, though I do miss drops. And then he says, Eric, he's looking for you, I guess, to maybe add some drops. I think Eric should cover all media events in a fedora with a press tag like the Three Stooges did in Sport Coat over a Detroit Cast t-shirt. I was thinking not a fedora, maybe a fez. A fez would be more appropriate.
I like the fedora myself. But,
yeah. I think you.
It's more old-timey news, though. That's
You've taken a liking. You've taken a liking to, I think, this on-site reporting, right?
I would be totally down to go see other trials if they were cool.
We can cherry pick them.
I think it's time for a new career choice.
I've been talking to my dad.
My dad took your job.
Yeah, your dad's making the same money as I am.
Speaking
so
of
you know
dads.
what? He's making the same money. So he may be
Eric, why do you still live with your mommy?
You live with your parents too.
I love how he talks back to him. I love how he
Hey,
talks.
Eric, my dad took your job. Deal with it.
Yeah, well, your dad's gonna have a hard time paying the bills if he keeps.
Eric, just spit it out already.
He just yelled at a drop of your son saying, why do you live at home with your mom? And he said, so do you.
So do you, 11-year-old.
To an 11-year-old.
Well,
Drop, by the way.
Nonetheless.
He's talked to
Eric,
drops.
I'm kind of interested in radio, so you better watch out.
Good job, buddy. Keep that seat warm.
He's got a good voice. I'll give him that. For a 10-year-old or 11-year-old, he could do
It's not
this.
as piercing as mine, that's for sure.
No.
Yada, yada, yada. What does that even mean?
Yeah. Says yada yada better than you do. Just saying.
Don't do a good job summing things up.
Couple more quick ones here. Cody writes in, want to say I'm happy you guys are on a podcast. Drew and Mike's show was part of my life for 7 years. I know for a lot of others, way more than that. But Cody, apparently a 7-year veteran of the show, and now I'm starting to see you guys take that place.
Good.
Live
That
listen
is
from
awesome.
day. Love to listen from day one of the Drewcast until now. Keep up the great work, and thanks for changing the old intro to the new show. Beth sounded like she had a tad bit of Down syndrome accruing. LOL, no hard feelings. Then he says, I know it must be hard to get a girl and not make any money. Haha, rock on, guys. Love the show. Eric, you suck.
No one listens to the radio. I wasn't even listening. I was listening to podcasts. Podcasts are great. Radio's boring.
That's another one, man. I got Derek writing in. Love listening to the show every morning now. I don't listen to radio at all anymore. Great work and keep it up. I'll keep contributing monthly.
That's awesome.
That is awesome to see that people are enjoying the morning time and listening.
Hell yeah. I thought that would be cool. I didn't think that people would get into it as quickly as they have. They really seem to enjoy it.
Yeah.
The fact that it's there every morning, and that's great. We couldn't ask for more.
We aim to please.
Fuck yeah. Now we just got to find a way to make money at it for real, and we'll be good.
We'll be good.
We'll be all good.
That's simple. Simple as that.
All right, that's it for the email.
That's it.
All right,
For now.
if you wanna join the growing list of participants in the email the show category, you can just send it to the DetroitCast@gmail.com. The DetroitCastStore.com if you want to get any of the fine gear that we have, T-shirts, jackets, stickers, tons of stuff. Larry and then Corinne will take care of you. Thongs, yep, we do have thongs. The DetroitCastStore.com. All of this obviously is on our webpage as well. So I guess that'll do it on for a Friday the 13th edition of the Detroit Cast. Yeah, how you like that? And have a good weekend, guys.
You too, man.
Yeah, we'll pick it up again on Monday. We'll see you first thing Monday morning. Have a good one.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit. I'll just